My volume all the way up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the latest episode of Making the Case for Your Lawyer Dreams. I'm your host, of course, the one and only Anthony Denmark, where our goal, our purpose is to help you guys learn how to manifest your lawyer dreams. Thank you guys for joining us. Of course, I'm holding it down to St. Louis. It's not the place where I want to be. It's the place where God has me. So let us know where you're viewing our session from. I know right now on this journey, things are full of peaks and valleys. You're getting rejections. You're getting wait lists. You haven't heard from schools. But nevertheless, I want you guys to realize you can't lose if you don't quit. If you had schools tell you no, then expand and look at more schools. Nevertheless, fam, I want you to be able to understand that this dream will happen. And the only way this lawyer dream won't happen is all up to you. So stay 10 toes. As you join our session, feel free to fill our chat box up with questions. And also, of course, let us know where you're viewing our session from. I'm very excited about our next guest that we have. And of course, we've been very fortunate to have 96 episodes of Making the Case with 96 amazing guests. So feel free to go and subscribe to our YouTube channel at BecomingJD and check out their stories. Because I can guarantee you, fam, that the same thing that you're going through right now, there's a lawyer, there's a judge, there's a soon-to-be law school graduate who's gone through it too. And they want to provide you with the blueprint so you can break through just like they did. So make sure you subscribe, all right? So, again, welcome to Making the Case. We know that we have people viewing our session from all over the country. Thank you guys for checking us out. We know we got Ohio in the building. We know we got, of course, St. Louis in the building. And we even got Washington State, not D.C., in the building. So fill our chat box up and let us know where you're viewing our session from. I'm really excited about our next guest. She has an amazing story. One of the things I tell people in life, we have two options in life. We can either, one, sit by, complain, and see a problem, or either two, we can become the solution. And this amazing sister, she decided that she wanted to become the solution. I'm going to go ahead and get her on, cut Neo off, and let's go ahead and get this show rocking. View requests. Of course, we got Chicago in the building. Where else you got viewing our session from? All right. I know as soon as I talk, the screen is going to split. Well, what it do, little sis? How we doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am blessed. You know, down here in the Lou, we finally got us some sun. How's the weather where you're at, sis?
It's really, really cold. I think it's 80 degrees. My jacket was not enough. It's really cold.
What I tell people sometimes, you know what, boy, that's the best incentive to stay in and lock in and do our work. Because, I mean, going outside for what? We got LSATs to work on, bars to prep for, acceptances and essays to grind on. So this is the perfect weather to be able to stay locked in.
Exactly. Because when it's sunny, you just want to play. Like,
right, absolutely. But I'm so excited to be able to have you on. Of course, I saw you. I shot my shot at you on LinkedIn. I saw the amazing thing that you're doing. And I want to give an opportunity, of course, to give you the floor first and tell them who you are. And we can go from there.
Yes, so thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited. Hello, everyone. My name is Siju. I am a senior at Washington State University. So I'm graduating in May of this year. I'm working to go to law school fall 26. I'm just waiting right now on my applications and everything. I just applied in December recently. So I'm right here in the trenches with you guys. If you're also waiting, if you're waiting your January results, whatever, I'm just right here with you because I just did it like a few weeks ago. So.
And the struggle is real, you guys. One of the reasons I wanted to have Lil Sis on is because I wanted you guys to see that what you're currently going through, that space of uncertainty, that space of literally feeling like, okay, I done emptied out the tank. What do I do now? And as opposed to just twiddling her thumb, this amazing sister decided to do something to not just help her navigate this space of becoming a lawyer, but also to help others. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about Esquire in progress And how on earth did you get this thing started, sis?
Yeah. Of course, so Esquire in Progress is a website that I just started, and also an Instagram page that I just started to help other students like me. Because one thing I found out when I started this journey, that it's one of the hardest things I've done in my life. I'm 20 years old, and it's the hardest thing I've ever done. It's very overwhelming. It's a lot. There's so many things that's out there. Some of them are real, some of them are fake. There's been a lot of trial and errors. So basically, I started Esquire in Progress because I just wanted, like, I wanted to help. I think that's what the profession itself is about. Law is helping people. People only go to lawyers when they need help, when they need something. No one goes to lawyers just for no reason, because you need help. So I think that's just one thing about the profession. That's the best part of it, and it's like I have to start now. So yeah, I just wanted to help other students like me. I think the school I go to, we don't have the best pre-law resources. So I wanted to start with my school. I wanted to branch out to the community. I put it on LinkedIn so that everyone that just comes across can see. I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. So it's basically like a blueprint of like, oh, I want to go to law school. Here's where I'm going to start. I talk about why I want to go to law school and my journey, and I'm very vulnerable in my website about the things that I've been through, because everyone, like, a lot of people don't admit. A lot of people post, oh, I got into Yale, and they don't talk about how they got into Yale and how hard it was that they got into Yale, and how hard it was, and how long they took the LSAT, and all of the horrible, well, no, but all the hard things about it. They just post, oh, I got into Yale, and no one sees that, like, stressful part. And those are things that are on my website. I also have a bookings link to meet with people to talk about if they need help just going through the admissions process or the LSAT process, um, resources they can use and things like that.
And I think the thing about it is like there used to be a point in a day and age where there was not a lot of resources out there,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's like so much. You have no way to be able to vet what works, what doesn't, and then it's just almost like everything has a paywall, and you're like just dropping money that you done borrowed and asked for, and you don't know if it's going to work, and
Yes.
you're sitting here trying to figure out what do I do next. And I
Mm-hmm.
think one of the things that I loved is your vulnerability in regards to saying that, hey, I'm in this space and I'm trying to figure it out, but hey, as I figure this out, I want you guys to be able to learn some of the pitfalls that I avoided on this journey thus far. And so I just want to ask, this may sound kind of weird, but what would you say the biggest lesson you've learned thus far on your lawyer journey at this particular point?
Oh, it's a lot. But if I had to pick one, I think I'd say that it's just like nothing comes easy, and like
Yeah.
to just take a deep breath, and it's okay to take a step back. When I first started, so I think I started my LSAT like studying my junior year, and I thought it was gonna be easy. I was like, I'll study, and I'm gonna get into law school. I'm gonna take the LSAT in June. I'll pass. I'm gonna apply in September. I just applied in December. Like, I'm gonna apply in September. I had a whole plan, and another thing I learned is that things are not always gonna go according to plan. I had an issue with Prometric, and I had an issue with the test security. It was a lot. I had to write it was just a lot. So like things aren't always gonna go according to plan, and it's things like life is hard. Like the law school is going to be hard. So getting into law school it's normal for that to be hard too. So I think it's just like taking a step back and like being able to breathe, and it definitely gives me a lot of character development, I will say. Yeah, I think it's like one thing I learned is like just being able to take a step back, going back to my drawing board, and just like whenever like life hits me, getting back up. Because the first time I got my LSAT, I was distraught. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I also did waste a lot of money on, like you said, that's why I was nodding my head. Wasted a lot of money because I was on TikTok. I'm like, here, I'll try this, and then it doesn't work. And I wasn't patient. I just wanted to I wanted to get a 160 because I was on Reddit. Don't go on Reddit, you guys. By the way, I was on Reddit.
Say that one more time. Don't go on what?
Don't go on Reddit. I was on Reddit, and they were like, if you don't get a 170, you're a loser and stuff like that. If you don't have a 3.9, you're not. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a failure. Like, what am I gonna do in my life? I'm already in my third year. I can't quit now. But yeah, it's just like going back to your drawing board and breathing in. Like, it's okay. Things aren't always gonna go according to plan. I think staying consistent and being honest with myself and with the journey was something that I've learned.
Like, you know that phrase they said, we make a plan and God laughs. And I just think about when it comes to us making plans on our lawyer journeys, I mean, God has to definitely just be on his knee, cracking the heck up.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think you're going to become a lawyer and it's just going to be that easy, huh? Oh, you think you're a great writer. And I think, like, what was so reason why I wanted to have you on is because I wanted people to be able to see that it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where you are in your journey right now, it's okay. I
Mm-hmm.
think that oftentimes what they say, comparison is a thief of joy. And so
Mm-hmm.
social media provides us with a wonderful platform to be able to see other people's stories and to be able to see other people getting accepted, passing the bar.
Yeah.
And so, and we're excited about that. I love seeing that. But then a lot of times what happens is we start saying to ourselves, well, what's wrong with me? I haven't heard from a school yet. I haven't. What's wrong with me? And I think the thing is having to be able to accept that everybody's journey is different.
Mm-hmm.
And real talk, I think, man, like if it wasn't hard, I don't think we'd appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things I love asking everybody, because let's keep it a buck, man. This journey is hard from the start to the end. When we retire as licensed and practicing attorneys, but we do this, we have to be built a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, this ain't easy. This ain't cheap.
Yeah.
This is a humbling process. But for some reason, we continue to go through it. So I always ask people, like, when did you fall in love with law? Because we don't do this if we don't love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say honestly, when I fell in love with the law was when the law broke my heart because there
Ooh.
there's just like so when I lived in London for a little bit. I lived with my sister, and so I'm from Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria. I was born in the U.S. So there's a lot of police brutality. I mean, there's police brutality everywhere, but there's a lot of
Yeah.
police brutality in Nigeria, and there was something. Well, there is still something called SARS. They're like another branch of like the police. So I was 12 at the time, and when people were protesting to end bad governance, and so some of my cousins went, my neighbors, my brothers, a lot of people went the protest. And so I was in London. I was watching this live video of people just protesting. And so they were at this place called Lekki Toge, and that's where everyone met because that's kind of close to where the government office is. And they were protesting, and these cops just came out and they were shooting a lot of people during tear gas. Lots of people died. But what broke my heart the most was that there was no accountability. My neighbor got injured. And also because I was in London, so I wasn't able to be with my family at this time. I was just very, very distraught. Like I didn't know what to do. And like at that time, no one was really answering their phones. And I was on live, by the way. I could hear the gunshot and I could see people running and like phones dropping and people screaming and all of that. So and because like there was no accountability, like life just kept going, and it was like
Yeah.
no one responsible, nothing happened. And I was 12 and I was like, this is crazy, which is insane because when I was a kid in social studies class, they teach us the rule of law. No one's above the law, the government's not above the law. And I was like, okay, so you guys lied to us, like thank you so much. That was and there's other reasons. That's just one of the many, many reasons that I still want to go through this very humbling journey. It's just I can't. I want to be just one of those people. Like the justice system is very cracked, and I just want to be a hand that pulls people out of the cracks of the justice system. Like I said earlier, people only go to lawyers when they need help, and I love helping people. I grew up like that. When I was younger, my parents would take me to like an orphanage home to donate clothes and donate food and stuff like that. So I think that's just also something that they instilled in me, and that's till today I'm like, I want to help people. Like this isn't right. This isn't right. I want to make it right. So I don't even know what kind of law I want to go into. I thought of immigration, international law. I definitely know what kind of lawyer I want to be, but what kind of law I want to go into, I'm just gonna help people. Like if you got a problem, come to me. I got you. That's it. So yeah.
I love it. She said, you got a problem, holla at me. And I think the thing, and I'll tell you this, and this is also to everybody out there, like it's okay to not know what type of law you want to practice. Actually, that's probably the best way to be. So you could go in with an open mind. Oftentimes you find yourself really getting, I really want you guys out there to be able to have an open mind towards your lawyer journey and be like, hey, maybe I'll try health law class. Maybe I'll try a little bit of this to get an opportunity to really be able to explore the law. And the thing, of course, is you're never, ever going to be pigeonholed. You can be practice all different realms of law at any point after you, of course, graduate and pass the bar. Now, one of the things I find so amazing is that everybody, when I ask this question about when did you fall in love with law, they all go back to their childhood. They all reference some experience that was a defining moment when they realized, like, I see other people complaining, or you know what, I felt helpless in this particular point. And I don't ever want to feel helpless. And I heard that lawyers help people so you don't feel that way anymore. And that's exactly what I want to do. Now, sis, how we go from London to Pullman, Washington? Because when you tell people that I'm from Washington, they be like, oh, D.C. No, no, no. I'm in Pullman. How we get that, sis?
Okay, so the London one was because I was always gonna move to the US to continue my education. So I went to London first because my sister, she just had a baby, and I got stuck because of COVID, because they had like really like strong COVID rules, so I couldn't travel. And then I moved to Alaska first because my aunt lives there. So I finished up high school, like my last year of high school. But how I got to Pullman is a very funny story. And since I'm all about vulnerability, I'll just say I thought it was in Washington, D.C. I did not. I did not.
See, what had happened was.
Oh, so like I didn't know there was two Washington, and even till today, whenever I tell my friends that still live in Nigeria, like some of them think I live in DC. My mom thought I lived in DC like until like my second year of college. Like, and no, it's not a lot of people know that there's two Washington. So that's how I got to Pullman. I thought I was looking at schools in Washington, and this one was the cheapest. Sort of, they gave me the most scholarships, and yeah, it was the cheapest of all the schools that were in Washington. So that's how I ended up here, and I found out on my orientation day that so there's two Washington, and it was so funny, but I love it on some days. But yeah,
I'm just imagining when you touch down, right? You're like, so where's the White House? Where's the Black History Museum? And the people having to clarify to you, oh no, dear, that's not here.
ask anyone, because I was like, my aunt drove, so we stopped in Seattle and then we drove here. So I was looking up, I'm like, where's Washington State University? It says Washington. I'm like, where's Washington DC? And that was when I found out there's Washington State and Washington DC, and I was like, oh my god. And I didn't tell anyone in the car, obviously, but I tell my friends and they laugh at me. But it's like, it's now we can laugh about it, but back then I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna transfer after my first semester, because my school's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the wheat fields. Like, if you look at it, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Tell me real quick about how Pullman is, because I've been out there before, and it's like,
really, yeah, it's like the middle of nowhere. Like, you literally see cows when you're driving in like windmills or whatever they're called. Like, it's in like there's nothing here. By the way, it's in the middle of nowhere, the desert. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it was really funny. And I was like, oh my! I thought I was gonna. I was looking up. I'm like, I'm gonna go to DC. I'm gonna transfer. I'll go to Howard or something. But when I started like picking up like leadership roles and making friends and branching out and doing all of those things, I'm like, you know what? I think this was meant to happen. Like, I love it. I mean, sometimes I'm like, I want to move because it's so cold, and like I just like, I grew up in a really, really big city too. So I'm like, I want to go back to the big city, but I think overall, like, it's a bittersweet kind of.
and and you sharing that story, it makes me think about like a word of encouragement I gave to one of my students today, and it's just like, on this journey, you guys, we are going to have to be open to pivoting outside of our comfort zone. A lot of people aren't in law school right now, not because of their LSAT scores, not because of their GP, not because they can't do the work, but because they put themselves in this box that says, I'm only going to go to school here, and I'm not going to go to school anywhere else. But I think what I want you guys to get from Sis's story is realizing that sometimes going to a space outside of your comfort zone gives you a wonderful opportunity to build meaningful relationships and inroads other places. I'm going to say something that may not be politically correct. Listen, fam, you guys out there, and I'm sure Sis can attest to it, we do have our comfort places. We say, hey, let's go to our chocolate cities. Let's go to Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Let's go to D.C. Let's go to Dallas. Let's go to New York. But sometimes there's 197 law schools out there, sis. And how many do I need to become a lawyer?
One. Just need one, yes.
One. What does that mean? I may have to change my lease? Maybe. Does that mean I may have to get the husband and the kids and do a road trip for 3 years to go somewhere else? Yes, but you are worth it. And
Mm-hmm.
and the thing that's amazing about this story, and I'm sure you can share some more stories to show this, is just like you think that your story of going to school or going on your lawyer journey is unique. And then you go talk to other aspiring lawyers, you'd be like, dang, my story ain't really that big of a deal anymore.
Like everyone's kind of going through the same thing. Like we're all in the same boat. Like yes, like everyone's a different applicant on paper, but we're all kind of like we're doing the same thing. We're going through the same journey. We're going through the same process, and it's rough for everyone. So.
Because I had one student, so she's now a second year law student. She wanted to stay in school in Florida.
Hmm.
Florida got great schools.
Yeah.
But Florida schools weren't Florida at that particular time. I told her to apply to a school in Kansas called Washburn. You guys, check out Washburn Law School. It's in Kansas. It's kind of like Pullman. You know, sis, her husband, her kids, they packed up bags and they moved from Miami, Florida,
Oh my God.
to go to Kansas. So I want you guys to understand that sometimes the only thing that's keeping you from your lawyer dreams, it may be you. That's scary to think about, right?
Hmm.
Where it's very easy for us to say, man, it's my LSAT score, man. This school tripping, man. No, it may be you. And I think the thing that's beautiful is by you being open, you were able to get these amazing opportunities in Pullman
Hmm.
that's been able to pour into you and give you the resources and give you the support that you need. And it was unexpected. And I tell people, I say, sometimes, the people who are going to support us on our journey, they come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And you want to make sure that you're always being open and
Hmm.
never shutting out an opportunity to get a blessing that could help you take the next step in your journey. Now, I want you to tell me about the most amazing person who has helped you in your journey that you may not have expected at all. Or your parents or your family be like, you say, who? They did what?
Oh, I think someone that's like helped me, and I would say like it's kind of in a like supportive like emotional way. The dean at my school, her name's Dean Hyatt, and her name's Jenna Hyatt. She's a dean of students, and every time she sees me, like she's just like, oh, she's kind of like my big, like she's told me that she's my biggest fan. Like she'll always ask me how I'm doing, how law school's going, how she wrote me a letter of rec. Like she's just like always. I mean, there's a lot of people. I think unexpected. I would say her. So yeah, like she's just like always there. Like she is the dean of students, and she really is for students because like every time she meets one of my friends, she'll take a photo and she'll email me the photo, and it's just like she's just like really helped me. But never, she's always down to hear about when I go to conferences. She's always down to hear about what my experiences were and just talk about anything. She was like, I heard you were doing this, and I'm like, yeah, tell me about it. And we just like she's just always there, like, and it's been emotional support because I think the biggest part of this journey, or just being in college, even aside from law school, is just like the emotional side, like having emotional support. So she's just been that person at my school.
And shout out to Dane. We love you. Now, one
I'm,
thing you mentioned, and I really want you, because for you, it was a huge step stepping out of your comfort zone, going to different conferences
mm-hmm,
and having different experiences.
mm-hmm,
What do you say to people who may be introverts, who may be naturally shy
mm-hmm,
about going to conferences, going to
yeah.
present themselves to lawyers, going to different schools? Because I tell people the opportunities are there, but
Mm-hmm.
nobody's going to come over here and hand it to you. You're going to
Yeah.
have to go and network for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can definitely be very intimidating talking to someone that's in a suit, like all decked up, like that's made it in life and everything. But most of those people are shy. I've met a lot of lawyers that are like, I'm super shy talking to you right now, and I can't tell. It's like almost everyone's shy. Like a lot of people are shy. Like judges, some judges are probably shy, but you just can't tell because of the way they just like they appear. So it's like, just go up to people. Like, yes, it is hard, but you just really have to get yourself out of your comfort zone. Like, even, and I always relate everything to, like, I have to do this now because I'm gonna do it later. Like, I have to persevere now. Like, when I'm a lawyer, I'm gonna need to read like 300 pages a night. So I have to go through this 6 pages of whatever my professor is giving me. So I always just think, like, that's what I always think. Like, when you need clients, like, you're gonna need to go up to people. You're gonna need to talk to people. You're gonna need to talk to witnesses. You're gonna need to interview people, and that's kind of what networking is. You just need to go up there and talk to people. So just think of it this way: like, if you're shy, like, everyone, like, not everyone's shy, but like a lot of people are shy. You just can't tell, and you need to go up to people, because in the long run, the profession you want to go into requires you to talk to a lot of people. So yeah.
I mean, sis just said it. I mean, you kind of gotta network. To build a network, you gotta be active. And every lawyer, every judge has literally been where you are. And especially every lawyer, every judge that may look like you has been exactly where you are. And I just want to check for the record. I just want to make sure I get this right, right? Has anybody that you shot your shot at about in law or a judge or an attorney, has anybody ever cursed you out or gone off on you and told you to get out their face?
Oh, it's always like, it's opened so many doors for me. Like, even the internship I had this summer, I was the one who reached out to them, because I've been looking for an internship since my freshman year of college. I only got it this summer because I only reached out to people this summer. I only really just learned the power of networking recently, and I emailed 10 people. 2 of them reached back out, and I got my internship because I was the one who reached out, and because I had never done it before. The one time I did it, I got it. So there's not one time when I've gone up to someone, can you be my mentor? Can you do this for me? Like, they're always down to help, because they know, because that's how they got there, by networking. So they're down to help other people network too.
And at the end of the day, you know, I believe at its core, you know, people want to see other people win. People at its core, we look at our profession and we know what we want our profession to look like. And the fact that you have somebody who's asking for knowledge, who's asking for an opportunity to be where you are. And I'm sure you have had this experience too. Once you start talking to them, they didn't stop talking. They
Yeah.
kept talking. They kept talking.
Yeah. Like, lawyers talk a lot. So it's like, you're not
Guilty as charged.
like, lawyers talk a lot, so it's like, you're gonna be fine. Like, they're probably gonna do most of the talking anyway. They'll ask you like 2 questions, and they'll say like the most part.
And I got a challenge for you guys. And sis, you can do this challenge too. One of the things I challenge you guys to do is I want you guys to holler at 3 lawyers on Instagram. Now, not to try to get numbers, not to try to go out on dates, but just shoot them a DM. Hey, you know, I'm aspiring lawyer, saw you on Instagram, would love an opportunity to engage and find out about your journey and your experience. I know I've had some of my students do this, and they've been able to walk away with internships, paid, and also be able to build meaningful relationships with mentors. We have this platform, Instagram, TikTok. Let's not just utilize it to find out the latest gossip on what Blueface is doing or what's happening with JT and Lil Uzi. Or let's utilize it as a way for us to be able to build meaningful relationships that could be able to help us later down the road. So that's a challenge. And I assure you, if you reach out to 3 people, you're going to get at least one. Me, sis, I'm shooting my shot at people every day, 10, 15 DMs. All I need is one to be able to move forward, to be able to try to help you guys get internships or help you guys with something else. And one of the things I always tell to you guys out there who may be scared, who may be nervous, guess what? I'm going to say this phrase. Check this out. You're going to laugh. Whatever you won't do, there's another aspiring lawyer who will. And I tell people at the end of the day, and I'm sure when you go to these conferences, I know you see me at these conferences too, you realize, dang, it's a lot of people that want to be lawyers.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people. And then when you go, you be like, dang, it's a lot of people from my school that want to be. And then you be like, okay, so what am I doing to set myself apart? I'll tell this embarrassing story about what I did, what not to do at a conference. So sis, I'm a sophomore at Morehouse. They have the pre-law conferences. I'm like, let's just go ahead and roll through. I heard about, the pathway programs that they do. So I'm like, maybe I can do one at Yale, or maybe I could do something for the summer. Since I went to this conference wearing a Michael Vick jersey, some slides, and a rag, and I totally embarrassed myself. But I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't get any internships. I didn't get any opportunities because I didn't know what I was doing. And I share that story. Of course, it's something that I can laugh at now. But what I tell people is that when you go to these conferences, when you have an opportunity to engage with schools, you want to make a meaningful impression because, sis, I made a horrible impression. They remembered the dude with the do-rag and the Vic jersey with the slides. And that's probably why I did not get any opportunities. And the thing is, you never know when your opportunities are going to come from. I mean, think about it, sis. You just shot your shot at 10 places. You didn't know what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And and the crazy thing is what ended up happening is you got a call or you got an email. If you got a call, we don't answer numbers we don't recognize. We're like,
yeah. I mean, like, and then they emailed me.
Yep, because they had the email. Because if they would have tried to call, voicemail.
I literally look at it ringing. I'm like, I don't know.
And so I want you to tell us and walk us through with Esquire in progress. Mm-hmm. You say we start with people who trying to figure out if they wanted to be a lawyer. Mm-hmm. What is that process like on the website of helping them be able to see if that's something that they want to do?
Yeah, so it's in the home page. It's the first thing, or all the way at the bottom. It's the first thing you see. I talk about why I want to become a lawyer and the things that I've kind of like struggled with. Like the past 2 years, I think that's when I started my journey. So the past 2 years, things that I've struggled with. So I think like just going through the homepage, and like it's just like just something I could do. Like this is for me. I mean, I've definitely had time. Like that's not the defining like woman that's like, oh, because she said this, like I'm not gonna go to law school, or I can't become a lawyer. But I think there are some things that I say that I put in there that will get you thinking, like, what's actually something I want to do, or if it's something you are kind of on the fence of, like, oh, I'm definitely gonna do this. Because I remember like in poli-sci classes, because I'm also a political science major, I'm talking to some people and they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to go to law school because it's expensive and because it's this and because the political climate's kind of like this. And I'll talk to them and they're like, you know what, I'll try it out. And then they'll actually go out and like search and stuff. And I actually had this person last semester in my class. At the start of the semester, he's like, no, I'm not going to law school, too expensive. So I talked to him. I'm like, it's actually like, yes, it is expensive, but like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's like, forget about paying. Like, let's talk about like, if you actually want to become a lawyer, the only reason why you're saying you don't want to become a lawyer right now is because of money. Like, there's so many, like, let's talk about why you should become a lawyer, or why the good things about maybe trying to go to law school. So we're talking, and now they have an internship at the office. So and they're also planning on going to law school, by the way, studying for the LSAT. So I think I just put things on there that I think would help people just ask themselves questions that would make them think, oh, maybe I actually do want to go to law school, and not hound it. I don't even know I'm going to pay for law school right now. I'm just like, it'll happen. I'm going to go to law school. I don't care. The money will come from somewhere. I'm not even worried about it. Sometimes I'll think about it and I'm like, whatever. Like, it'll be fine.
All right, guys, make sure you check out our website. I just put it down in the chat. www.esquire-in-progress.com. All right. We want you guys to be able to understand that the circumstances that you're going through, the questions that you have, the uncertainty that you may be experiencing, it's normal. And it's okay. It's okay not to know. It's okay to have insecurities. It's okay to be able to have fears about this process. But you know what? It's not okay to quit on this process, because we need you, in this process to be able to take the next step in your journey. Now, one question I love to always ask, because it's really surreal, and you expect this question, so it's out of the blue. I want to ask you, when was the first time you met a lawyer who looked like you?
Actually, it was in September when I went for the HBCU PreLaw conference. I think because I go to Pullman, Whiteman County. Um, it, all, all of the lawyers there. I mean, it wasn't a super big law firm, but all of the lawyers there are white. Like Whitman County is literally like I don't know how many black people are here. Probably like 0.2%. Like it's so.
Did she really just say 0.2? Like not even a full person? What?
I can't do math, but it's like there's just not that many black people. So obviously, I don't think there's any black lawyers in the whole of Whitman County. If there is, it's probably one, but I really, really doubt it because I have looked into it. Unless there's a new one that sprung up yesterday. But yeah, it was I would see a lot on TikTok, but in real life, I think it was when I went to the conference, which is my
Was it ATL conference or the New York conference?
ATL.
Of course, I'm sure you enjoyed your Southern food while you were down there.
I went to because I was super busy in the schedule. Like there was a lot to do, but I went to Waffle House. We don't have Waffle House over here, so I was super excited.
Now, you actually brought up something that I really want to touch on, right? Is oftentimes, we like to be comfortable in spaces where we see a lot of people who look like us.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things, the harsh realities you have to realize as you go on this journey is that you're going to be in spaces where you're one of few.
Yeah.
It's not one and only.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to talk to people who maybe not have familiarity with that, how are they supposed to approach that? Because I try to tell people, listen, I know we do. I know I count. Whenever I go to court, whenever I go into these spaces, I do. How many? Oh, damn, I'm the only one. But I still continue to push forward. What would you say to people who may be a little bit uncomfortable? Because I think that was a discomfort that you had to break through in order to be successful, right, like how you are right now at Washington State.
Yeah, I think like you already said it. It's really just like yes, like obviously, like sometimes I'll go into a room like, oh, there's only 2 black people here, or I'm the only black person here, or even in class. But like, it's just like it doesn't like it's like yes, like that thought's gonna come, but just put it at the back of your head because at the end of the day, like it's your work that matters. Like just do your best, put your best foot forward. Just like go in there. Like whenever I sit, even when I sit with admin or like whatever room I go into, I just like I don't care. I'm still going to do what I plan to go in there to do. I've practiced and practiced and practiced what I'm gonna, especially when it comes to public speaking or just whatever, like meeting with someone, doing a project, talking in front of the class, whatever. I already know that I've practiced. I have my materials. I have all my stuff. So I just really tell myself that like it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter whether I'm the only one black person in here or whether everyone in here is black. I'm still gonna do what I came in here to do, and I'm just gonna try to do my best. So I think it's like if you're whenever you find yourself in that space, just like do your utmost best, put your best foot forward, do everything you practiced, and everything's gonna be fine.
And I think also the thing is, and I think you can also share with this too, is it's like by you owning and being in those spaces, you are now planting seeds and providing opportunities for other people to come and be in those spaces. I bet the thing that's been a full circle moment from you is when you first went to Washington State Pullman with the cows and the farms, you found yourself lost. Trying to find your voice, find your comfort zone, find your tribe. I think we're always looking for our tribe of community, right? But then you find yourself taking on a position of leadership to help other people of color who are coming to Washington State. And now you become that source, you become that plug to be able to provide that security that you were once looking for.
Yeah, I think it's also like at first because we have Black Student Union, we have a lot of like multicultural organizations. I started there and it's like I would branch out. I do everything now. Even I'm in organizations.
Yeah, I love it.
Just multicultural organizations, and that also just opens the door for other people. I also founded an organization, People of Color PreLaw Coalition, like 2 years ago, and we do collaborations with the PreLaw Society, which is like everyone on there is white. And even at my internship, I was telling someone he also wants to go to law school. He's black, and he was like, "Yeah, I was so scared because they're also white." I was like, "I just did my internship over the summer, and he's doing it now in the spring because I did it." And I'm like, "There's literally nothing to be scared of."
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's just like it's like whenever we do these things, like there's like people like you kind of leave a footprint for other people to just follow behind us. So yeah, and that's another like purpose of doing it too. It's just like when I do it, I know I have mentees that are looking up to me. I have people that are like, oh yeah, this girl did it. She looks like me. Then it must have been good, and I'll do it too.
We all family here. We ain't gonna tell nobody this. The only way those spaces are going to change, you guys, is by us learning to be comfortable in those spaces. So that way other people see our presence in those spaces and begin to realize it's a space where we could also be welcomed at as well. And a lot of times the barriers and the fears may not have nothing to do with the particular space there, but it's something that we have the power to break through. I mean, sis, you're planting seeds already because you did the internship. Now someone else is going to do it. And the funny thing is when you do those things for the firm, the organization, like, hold on, let's get a picture so we can put you on the site.
Yeah.
Did that happen?
Well, they did send me a card thing. They did take a photo.
And I mean, your blessings come in so many different spaces. And building relationships, you begin to realize how small the network or community is of lawyers when you start engaging and connecting with different lawyers from different spaces. And so I love asking this question too, right? I want you to tell me about the time when you were tested the most. When you were like, man, maybe I'll just start an OnlyFans page and show my feet and make $300,000 because this is just not it.
Yeah, I think it was definitely when I got my LSAT score back the first time, and I was just like, bro, I was my second plan was always to become a flight attendant. I kid you not, I actually did look up the airlines, but I have to be 21. I'm not 21 yet. You have to be 21 to become a flight attendant and to even apply to be a flight attendant. I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do for the 1 year? So I started looking for other options, and I texted my mom. I'm like, I'm not joking. Like, I'm actually playing. And she's like, you better don't piss me off. Like, lock in. Like you're not quitting. You're not giving up. And that's one thing too. My mom, like, if she would let me quit stuff for like any reason, but if it was because it was too hard, she's like, no. You're gonna see this through. You're not gonna quit because it's too hard. But when I got my LSAT score back, I was really pissed because I was like, oh my god, like what is going on? I had a whole plan. Now my whole timeline is ruined. Now this, now this, now this. And I'm like, I don't want to sit down because the test is so long. It strains your brain. It's just that test is so dehumanizing. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
I'm like, I don't want to do that. Sit down and do this for the second time. I'm just not doing it. I'm like, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to take the outside? Like, it's like I have like a good GPA. Everything I've done in college for the past 3 years, and now I have to take just one test to pass, and that's gonna define. I was just pissed about that the LSAT's even a thing. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. But it was like, maybe I'll become a flight attendant. But I was like, my mom's like, walk in, like you're not. Like go back, like retake it. She was the one who paid. Well, she paid for both, but she was like, that's it. You better study hard. I'm not doing a third. You're not doing a third one. I was like, I don't even want to do the second one. But yeah, I think it was then when I got my LSAT score that I was like, I can't. Even when I sat down to also write my personal statement, I was like, I had like 4 pages, and I'm like, I have to make this a page and a half. How am I gonna bring this down? And it was just like a lot. And sometimes I would also think about the price of law school too, and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, I think when you start to think about all of those things come together. But honestly, I was just like, what will be. Like, I definitely know that I'm destined to be a lawyer. There's no other profession out there for me, and I just need to like wait this through. Like, if I have to take it a third time, I don't care. There's a reason why they let you take it 5 or 6 times. I don't even know. 6, yeah, 7, I don't know. But I'm like, all of it, I'll persevere because and I just think about it, like the LSAT is literally just the beginning. Like, law school's gonna be hard. I have to take the bar. I have to pass the MPRE, and I'm like, there's gonna be so many other things. Like, I'll probably have difficult clients. I'll have a difficult opposing counsel. I'll have a difficult judge. Like, there's gonna be worse things in this profession, and this is just the beginning. So if I can't see this through now, like, I'm never gonna move forward to even be able to see the rest of it through. So I think that was what I just told myself, and to breathe. And I took a break for like 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm not going to do any prep. I'm going to breathe for a little bit. I'm going to go outside. And then I came back to my drawing board, and I started again.
And I think the thing that's amazing is once you realize and say, you know what, man, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to see it through.
And the funny thing is, it's like, we say all these bad things about the LSAT. I done cursed the LSAT. I done threw my books. I remember going through those phases. I remember crying and all that. Like, you'll be back.
Yeah, literally. I would never
like,
read it because there saying like, oh, I have a one, if you don't have a 170, and I was still stuck in like the 140s, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so cooked. So again, don't go on Reddit, you guys. But yeah, it was just also like comparing myself to people online, and that also just like kind of shot me in the foot. But we can't.
I'll tell you guys this one experience. Like, yes, the LSAT is one of many tools that law schools use to evaluate you. Of course, we got the JD Next out there that people
Mm-hmm.
are taking to get into school. But what I tell people is this: it's like, yeah, we'll answer some questions, sis. But what I tell people is this: you know your value, you know your worth. Your first case as a lawyer is you're representing who? Yourself. So you have to make your case to law schools. Now, of course, man, if you got that 170, man, that case is easy.
Yeah.
But you know what? People still win cases, even
Yeah.
though they don't have the greatest scores.
Mm-hmm.
We can complain about it. We can get mad about it. We got people rocking roads who had LSAT scores that you would not believe.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, you have to be able to make your case. One of the things sis said that's amazing, and I want you guys out there who may be struggling with the LSAT to think about. If I have 4 to 5 years of academic success, where I've been kicking butt, I done dean's list and I did all that, but it makes part of your evidence. Yeah, remember your first case as a lawyer. That is going to be a part of your argument for why law schools should admit you.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to make the argument. Law schools are not going to make the argument for you. Imagine the judge be like, yo, you didn't say this, but I found this case that helps your case. They're not going to do that. In that same route, law schools are waiting for you to make your case, which is, the name of the show. They're waiting for you to make your case to why they should accept you. And everybody does have a winning case. People who may have had criminal records, people who may have had imperfect past dismissals, felonies, but you have to make your case. People tell me all the time, so I didn't get into law school because of my LSAT score. I said, no, maybe it's because you went to the wrong jurisdiction. Hold on, what you mean? Maybe you applied to the wrong schools.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you didn't make the right arguments. Maybe you didn't provide the right evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you didn't get the right letters of recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for us to say it's just the LSAT because that's a cop-out for us to may not have to evaluate some of the things we could have done better. Now, you're in a different era. I wasn't in this era before. Y'all got ChatGPT. That's $3.99. How on earth are you avoiding the temptation? Because, sis, I done work with a couple of students. I'm like, bruh, sis, this is ChatGPT.
Yeah.
What are you doing to avoid those temptations? Because, sis, I didn't know this. You could just type in, I want to write a personal statement about this and this and this, and it'll write a whole dang thing for you.
I actually I think ChatGPT is dumb. Like it when I used to study for the LSAT, I would be like, oh, like here's this question, explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. ChatGPT don't even like it. Half of the like if ChatGPT took the LSAT, it would probably get a 132 or something. Like ChatGPT. And that's like I actually hate ChatGPT. Like sometimes like I use it. Like I use it to look up stuff. I'm like, is this a good research question? Like I use it. Like there's definitely good ways ChatGPT can be used. Like to like learn or like to teach yourself. Sometimes like I'll use it to like even write an email. I'm like, is this email good to send? Like, does it sound professional enough? Like you can use it for stuff like that, but don't use it to write your paper because because I'm on the standards board at my school and like I'm like, bro, like you wrote this paper, like I can already tell from the first 2 sentences that it's ChatGPT. Like it's so obvious, like the way it talks, like it's just dumb. Like we need to get rid of it. Like I just don't like it. Like sometimes like whenever I'm bored because the LSAT kind of like I don't have hobbies anymore. So my new hobby is sometimes can you generate
that is your hobby.
Yeah, I'm like, can you generate an AI pic of me and my friend on vacation when I'm bored, like with ChatGPT? So that's kind of like some of the funny stuff I use it to do. But other than that, like I really do think ChatGPT is dumb. I don't think it's like smarter than I think like a 3-year-old is smarter than ChatGPT. It's really like especially when I was studying for the LSAT, I'm like, explain this to me. I'm like, this thing don't even know what it's talking about. Like, bro, I'll teach it to myself. Never mind. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw that story when Kim Kardashian, when she failed the bar exam, she said that she used ChatGPT for the bar exam. Sis is worth $55 million.
Like,
Use
girl,
ChatGPT to get the answers.
I always like actually I don't even want to say the word, but I dislike her so bad, especially because of that situation. And it's like you have this much money, you can afford any LSAT or sorry, any bar law school or whatever prep in the world, and you're talking about some chat GPT like didn't let you pass the bar. Like you're not serious. Like she clearly doesn't want it that bad because I don't know what she got.
Yeah, 'cause I guess it was amazing because when she, announced that she didn't pass, I reposted on Instagram about a single mother
Mm-hmm.
who passed the bar exam in the same state. And
Mm-hmm.
so when it comes to this journey, it's about saying, are you willing to be uncomfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to sacrifice? I tell people the bar, the LSAT, they're all BS proof.
Mm-hmm.
We can say we studied. Does it show that we studied?
No.
Do we see the results? But it's a lesson to you guys out there to realize that it really comes down to who wants it. Who's
Mm-hmm.
willing to be uncomfortable? Who's willing to step out of their comfort zone? I hope you guys have been able to catch this energy from this amazing sis right here. Sis is going to conferences, networking, reaching out to lawyers, reaching out to law firms, all in pursuit of her lawyer dreams. If you are literally sitting there just waiting for law schools, you're doing something wrong. There's opportunities out there. We got Evangeline doing HBCU pre-law conferences all over the country. And of course, I think that's where I saw you at too. And
Yeah.
the thing about it is, what are you going to do for your lawyer dreams? Nobody is going to gift it to you. But you did have that dream for a reason. You know what it, I saw a post the other day. Someone said, you know what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't want to do it. Like, dang.
Yeah.
But one of the things I love to do, of course, you guys, I want you to go check out our website at www.esquireinprogress.com. We got to give our sister love. She's going to be one of those content creators who's going to be sharing her whole journey of becoming a lawyer. And you guys need to lock in. You're going to see yourself in her story, and it's also going to be an inspiration for you to keep going through yours. Now, we know that you about that life. We know that, of course, that when things get tough, yeah, we may cry, we may, have some hard times, but we push forward.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to give you an opportunity because we know that there's other people out there in the same boat who may not be as resilient, who
Mm-hmm.
actually be thinking about quitting.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because in addition to people getting rejections, I got a student that got like 5 rejections in one day. I'm like, that's cold. I said, damn time. That's just messed up. Like, right? We got people, of course, who are retaking the LSAT, people
Mm-hmm.
JD next class right now. We got people in law school who may have found their own academic probation or who may have been dismissed. I always love to end my show by giving the guest an opportunity to give a word of encouragement because we fill so many people's cup.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we got to make sure that someone's there to fill ours. So I'm going to give you the floor and I'm going to shut up. Go ahead.
I think like a word of encouragement that I would give is that like if once you decide that I want to go into the legal profession, you're coming into a family of people that are just like every like you said, like every lawyer slash law student, pre-law student that I've met, like we're all so welcoming because like it's so hard. Like we've all been through that. We're in the trenches, we're struggling, we're crying. We've like everyone's like there's help. Like we're gonna help you. You just have to put yourself out there, ask for help. Like you're not the only one. Like yes, it is hard. And I did, like I said, I thought about quitting. I was like, I like traveling anyway. I'll go become a flight attendant. But it's like just think of like I would imagine myself in my suit and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna walk into the courtroom with my Louis Vuitton heels. I want to be able to afford Louis Vuitton heels that I bought for myself with my money. And I'll think about all of those things and I'm like, yeah, I gotta lock in. I'm going on LSAT Demon right now. So it's like just think of the end. Like if anything's easy, then it's like if everyone's gonna be able to do it, everyone's gonna be in the profession if it's something that's easy. Nothing comes easy. Like things are gonna be hard. Some things are harder than they should be. And unfortunately, for people that look like me, first generation students, I'm Black. Like it's a lot, but it's like and like the system is like the LSAT itself was like they only started LSAT and the LSAT, the SATs, and all of those tests because they want to push Black and brown people out. And when I sit down and think about that, I'm like, I'm not gonna let them push me out. I'm gonna push back. I'm back on them. Whenever I think of the the LSAC saying they're a non-profit organization and charging people almost $3,000 to get into one school. I'm like, this is pissing me off. Like, I want to end this. So it's like, just think of those things that piss you off. Think of the moment. Why do you want to become a lawyer? Why did you say, oh, maybe I should go to law school? Think about that. Think of the pain you felt. Think of whatever. Think of the people you owe it to, and you owe it to yourself also to just see it through. You already started. You're probably in your third year of college, fourth year, or you studied for the LSAT for so long. Maybe you're gonna get your score back soon if you took the January LSAT. Like, just keep going. Yes, it is a long test. Yes, you have to sit there for 2.5 hours wondering when it's gonna end, and those 2.5 hours actually feel like 10. But it's like, that's only the beginning. It's like nothing good comes easy. So yeah, just keep going. Like, yes, it's hard. It's easy to say keep going than it is to actually keep going, but like, you'll get there for real. Like, just keep going, be honest with yourself, and trust the process.
I mean, as you start saying that, I start hearing the song "Keep Going." I'm not gonna sing, but you know what I'm talking about. But I just think you said something that was so profound. It's like just look back to see how far you done came.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you done came a long way, and everybody's story is different, but you've come a long way to get to where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? At this point, the only option is to go forward.
Yeah.
Going back,
Back is so far away. Back is too long. So just keep going. Like, keep going. You already wasted money in LSAT prep. You've wasted your friend.
We're gonna say invested.
Yeah, not waste. You're investing. That's true. That is true. Yeah, I already told everyone that I'm going to law school. Like, what am I gonna do when they ask me? Like, I just gotta just run with it, keep going. So yeah, it's definitely the hardest thing ever. But like, at some point, we're gonna get it. No matter how long it takes you to. I feel like people also have this like timeline in their head that, oh, 6 months. And I also start with the timeline, and that's one thing. Throw the timelines out right now. However long it takes you is however long it takes you. It'll take some people 3 months. It'll take some people 6. It'll take you 2 years. You're you and your own unique and specific applicant. You're your own person. So you're going to get there. Just don't compare yourself to people. Do not go on Reddit, and like, you're going to be fine.
And I think it's just, it only seems impossible until you overcome it. And then it'll be something that you'll talk about in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And with this post, it said, I saw this post and I retweeted it. And it said, it's like, look at your track record.
Mm-hmm.
Every time that you've had a challenge, you've overcame it.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you acting like you ain't going to be able to overcome this now? Trust your track record. Trust all the evidence that helped you get to where you are right now. And I never forget, I saw this story about this woman. She, 10 years, took it past the bar exam. And then after that, you're done.
Yeah, you're sailing from there.
I know one of our colleagues, she shared her transparency in regards to her journey to trying to pass. And just like that, after the third time, she's done.
Right.
And I want you guys to realize that you're worth it. You're worth the sacrifice. You're worth to see how the story is going to end.
Mm-hmm.
We know at holidays, at Thanksgiving, when we hear that hating ass auntie and that nosy ass uncle
Right.
talk about, you still trying to be a lawyer? You still studying for the bar? Oh, that dang LSAT. Well, I used to want to. We don't want to talk and used to.
Yeah.
But sis, I love the energy. Sis, thank you so much for joining our show. I want you to make sure, again, you guys check out our website. It's going to be in our stories, www.esquire.in-progress. This amazing sister is going to be one person that you're going to see rising because she refuses to settle for anything other than what she wants. Hard work, I got it. Grind, I got it. Hustle, I got it. Networking, I got it. What you're willing to do to be successful is going to be the reason why you're successful. What you're willing not to do will be the reason why someone else is living the life that you want. Sis is determined to get them heels and make it happen. Sis, thank you so much for joining us for our show. To you guys out there, continue to fight for your lawyer dreams. We'll see you Wednesday, same time for Making the Case. Peace and blessings.
Thank you. Have a good one.